Imagine a battlefield. On one side, the most powerful militaries on Earth, advanced fighter jets, billion-dollar defense systems, missiles worth millions. And on the other side, a small flying machine is cheaper than a used car. Sounds like a joke, right? But here is the twist. This cheap weapon is slowly changing how wars are fought. Some experts believe it is exposing a serious weakness in modern defense systems. So what is this weapon? How can something so cheap challenge something so expensive? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will see why this tiny drone is making the world rethink everything. For decades, war followed a simple rule. The more expensive your weapons, the stronger you are. Countries invested billions into advanced missiles, stealth jets, and air defense systems. Everything was about power, speed, and technology. But then something unexpected appeared. A drone. Simple, cheap, almost unimpressive at first glance. No flashy design, no advanced look. But this small machine started doing something shocking. It began changing the rules of war. This drone is often called a kamikaze drone because it does not return. It flies, searches, and when it finds the target, it dives straight down and explodes. One mission, no second chance. Some call it a loitering weapon because instead of hitting instantly, it waits. It circles in the sky like a hunter, watching and waiting for the perfect moment. And when the time comes, it strikes. Now here is where things get interesting. Traditional missiles cost millions of dollars, but this drone costs only a few thousand. Let that sink in. A weapon that costs around $5,000 can force the enemy to use a $1 million missile to stop it. That is not just combat, that is economic pressure. It is no longer about who is stronger, it is about who can afford to keep fighting. The drone is simple but smart. It is about 3.5 meters long, lightweight, and powered by a small engine similar to a scooter. When it flies, it sounds like one. That buzzing sound in the sky creates fear because people know what is coming. Inside, it has a small computer system. It uses GPS to navigate. If GPS fails, it switches to internal sensors to stay on course. Some versions can even detect radar signals and target them directly. That means they do not just attack targets, they attack the defenses. The real danger is not one drone, it is many. Sometimes dozens or even hundreds launched at the same time. This is called a swarm attack. Each drone spreads out and selects different targets. They fly low, so radar often detects them late. By the time defenses react, it may already be too late. Now imagine this situation. You detect incoming drones. To stop them, you fire interceptor missiles. Each one costs hundreds of thousands or even millions, but the drones keep coming. Now you face a serious problem. Do you keep firing expensive missiles at cheap drones, or do you let them pass? Either way, you lose something: money, resources, or critical targets. This is why many experts believe this drone represents a new era, a shift in how wars are fought. It is no longer just about advanced technology. It is about smart strategy, low cost, high impact. Instead of overpowering the enemy, you exhaust them, financially, logistically, and mentally. And slowly, you break their system. Now the big question. What happens next? If cheap weapons keep improving and expensive defenses stay the same, will traditional power still matter? Or will the future belong to those who think smarter, not spend more? Because one thing is clear, this is not just about one drone. This is about a new idea. You do not need to be the strongest, you just need to be the smartest. So next time you think about power, do not just think about size, cost, or technology. Think about strategy. Because sometimes the smallest weapon can create the biggest impact. And sometimes the biggest weakness is not lack of power, it is the belief that expensive always means better.